For your final FIFA 23 career mode, why not use one of the clubs who have been promoted in real life? In this episode, we'll focus on the English teams, however there will be a future episode on the other two-tier leagues. So firstly, promoted from EFL League 2 to League 1, Carlisle United. Swap them with any of the teams that have been relegated from League 1 to League 2. Use a small financial takeover and use loose negotiations, as signing players in the lower leagues can be quite tricky. Carlisle United's highest overall player is a 24-year-old central midfielder, Owen Moxon, with a 66 rating. And their player with the highest potential is Finn Back, who is a 19-year-old right wing-back with a 75 potential, so I suggest renewing his contract immediately. If your homegrown talent is too highly rated for League 1, sell him to generate extra funds. But make sure you don't get shortchanged and negotiate any deals to get the best possible price. Use the majority of your extra budget to hire one or two good youth academy scouts. When scouting for youth academy talent, firstly scout in the UK and Ireland before moving further afield and scouting the other regions in Europe. Moving on to transfer targets for Carlisle United, relegated with Morecambe, Omar Niasse, real face striker, and only cost 300k. Real face central midfielder relegated with MK Dons, Matt Smith, 73 potential, 22 years of age, and costs around 1.2 million. Also from MK Dons, another central midfielder, Dawson Devoy, 20 years of age, potential of 77, with a price of around 1 million. Relegated with Forest Green, Charlie McCann, a central defensive midfielder, 20 years of age, potential of 74, and costs around $500,000. Relegated with Accrington, striker Nathan Butley Adeji, 19 years of age, potential of 72, with a price of around 340k. Moving on to a couple of wonder kids who will join a League 1 side. Firstly, Enis Salih from Farul Constantina in Romania, left winger, potential of 82, and costs around 600k. Or you could go for the slightly higher potential Lucas Bergval from Dungardens. He's a central midfielder, 16 years of age, potential of 84, and costs just over $500,000. If you want to go for real face players, I do suggest signing Omar Niasse. He'll do a job for a couple of seasons before retiring, and also Matt Smith, the central midfielder from MK Dons. Going up a division, the next team suggestion is Sheffield Wednesday, so swap the Owls with a team who were relegated from the Championship. Wednesday already have a healthy transfer budget, so no financial takeover required, and because you're moving into the Championship, signing players isn't too difficult, so use strict negotiations. The Owls play with a 5-3-2 holding formation, utilising their wing backs. Wednesday's highest rated player is their real face skipper, 32 years of age, Barry Bannon, with an overall of 73. Their highest potential player is a 17-year-old central midfielder, Sean Fuzier, who has a potential of 75 but a low starting overall, so I suggest sending him out on loan. Promote your homegrown talent through to the first team and build your squad around him. Search for youth academy talent in the UK, Ireland, USA and Italy. Recommended transfer targets, firstly some relegated players, Anthony Scully from Wigan, left winger, 23 years of age, real face, potential of 70 and a price of around 1.2 million. Also with a real face, Ovi Ajaria, relegated with Reading, 24 years of age, potential of 71 and a price of around 1.5 million. Also from Reading is the goalkeeper Boyce Clark, 19 years of age, potential of 75 and only costs around 350k. Relegated with Blackpool is Lawrence Gabriel, right back, 23 years of age, potential of 74 and costs around 1.5 million. On to the wonder kids, first up Valentin Barco from Boca Juniors, left back, potential of 84 and costs around 1.5 million. Gianluca Prestiani from Vélez Sarsfield, winger, potential of 85 and costs around 2.5 million. Roger Fernandez from Braga, wide midfielder, potential of 86 with a price of around 1.2 million. And finally, Rooney Bargy from Copenhagen, right winger, 16 years of age, potential of 86 and costs around 1.7 million. Moving on to the final team suggestion, which is Luton Town. Swap them with a team relegated from the Premier League. Give them a big cash injection with a financial takeover. And because you're in the Premier League, you'll have no problem signing players, so use strict negotiations. Luton play with a 5-3-2 holding formation, and their highest rated player actually on loan from Aston Villa. You might want to make that deal permanent. Marvellous Nakamba with an overall of 75. And their player with the best potential of 77 is striker Adebayo. Promote your homegrown talent straight through to the first team. However, if he's not quite first team ready, send him out on loan to gain some experience. Make sure you have 3 good youth academy scouts and search for talent in the UK and Ireland. Some recommended transfer targets for a Luton Career Mode. Firstly, the relegated players, kicking off with Sam Greenwood from Leeds United, central attacking midfielder with a real face, potential of 80 and costs around £2.5 million. Relegated with Leicester City, one of Luton Town's own, James Justin, the real face fullback, 24 years of age and costs around £7.5 million. Relegated with Southampton, the real face wide midfielder Moussa Djenepo, 24 years of age and costs around £3.5 million. Also relegated with Southampton, still only 25 years of age, career mode legend real face Adam Armstrong, and only costs £2.5 million. On to the Wonder Kids. Firstly, Arda Güler from Fenerbahce, central attacking midfielder, potential of 86. A more realistic option may be Alex Scott from Bristol City, central midfielder, 18 years of age, potential of 84 and costs around £4.5 million. Or you could go for Luca Romero from Lazio, right winger, 17 years of age, potential of 84 and costs around £2.5 million. So if you were thinking of starting a Final FIFA 23 Career Mode, but you are unsure of which team to use, then you are welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to tune in next time. But until then, it's FCG out.